this particular photo that I've got now, I didn't realise that this was in minutes, but I've heard this story before. Do you know what that photo is from? Because I can tell you what the caption says if you don't.
Well, I've seen it before. Was that my big crash that I had?
Yes.
Is that Soper's car?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So that's Steve Soper.
I'll tell you how the pair of us didn't die that day. I just don't know.
I should say,
it's the
British
biggest crash
touring
I've
car
ever
champion
had
Steve
by
Soper.
A long way. That's the worst crash I've ever had. I'm not kidding you. The pedals, the brake pedal, they're nearly touching the seat. That's how big the impact was.
Oof. Where was this? Oh, was it Brands?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Yeah. Out of paddock, down the hill. Steve, he was, he's a dirty driver.
Would he say the same about you?
Well, I don't know. He might have done, but I didn't know. Well, he couldn't get past me a lot of the time, so he just used to whack me from the back. If you got the side, he'd whack the side of you.
Yeah.
Or keep bumping the back
Fair.
of you. And dirty. All right. He was a rough driver anyway. But we're still best mates, you know.
Yeah.
We still get on all right together. Anyway. He managed to get there, coming out of paddock, and I went, oh, and then he went whack, and we both went off on the inside, and just halfway up the hill there was catch fencing into a barrier, which is like, 90 degrees, I think. We must have hit that at 60 or 70 to a dead stop.
God.
I mean, I remember it coming towards me, and I was thinking, this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
And flipping heck, it did.
Yeah.
I pulled this rib here. It still sticks out now.
Oh, yeah.
It tore 2 ribs off the bottom there
God.
under the, the seat belt. And
I particularly like you having an argument in the ambulance afterwards.
Oh yeah. Well, Steve was knocked out, and the marshal came round to my door and he wouldn't open because the aperture had gone closed right up. So he went round the other side and he said, come on, get out of this one. I went to go, oh, blimey, I didn't know the rib, the rib stuck in me. He said, oh, you all right? No, I'm not. Anyway, he said, oh, yeah. Anyway, I managed to get out. And Steve was still knocked out.
Wow.
So they put me in the ambulance, and then Steve sort of came round, they put him in as well. So Steve is lying there, and the nurse had said, come on, lie down. I said, no, I can't. My rib just hurts too much. And so the ambulance went flat out across the field, and it was all bumpy like this. I was like, holding my rib, stop. Anyway, we get back to the hospital part at Brands, and so no, I'm in one bed and Steve's in the one next one. There's a curtain between us.
This is like something out of some film, Days of Thunder or something.
We've got a curtain round each other. So I'm like, no, blimey, my ribbit and half hurt. And so Steve said, you all right, Paul? I know you're grunting a bit. I said, Steve, my bloody ribs, you sod, you've absolutely bashed me to bits. He said, then he went silent for me. He said, I've got a nurse in here and she's looking after me. He said, how's your nurse? I said, well, I haven't got one at the moment. He says, you want to see mine? She's absolutely lovely. I said, is she? Are you sure? He said, yeah, you want to come and see? So I struggle off the bed, pull the curtain back. She's a great big nurse, great big piece, she was. She's a nurse, and not walking down the. I said, "You bastard!" I took all this trouble to get off the bed to see this nurse, and she's a great big thing. He just burst out laughing. I said, "I'll get you for that."
I'll get you for that. Now, I've heard that story. I've heard that phrase somewhere before. Where have I heard that phrase before?
Well, I'll get you for that. It comes from Sensen, I expect.
So, I'll tell you a story here. So, right, okay. Let me get this comment up from a friend of mine, a friend of ours, Stefan Hodgetts.
Oh, yeah.
When he got pulled over by the Rozzers after the Christmas work party.
Steph who?
Steph Hodgetts.
Oh. Well, I got pulled. Oh, blimey, yeah, that was a laugh.
Can you remember who it was that pulled you over?
Yeah, it was. There were two of them. I've forgotten who they are now, but I remember their faces. I can't remember.
Steph Hodgetts.
Yeah.
And me.
Oh, and you, yeah.
Well, let me tell her the story, and then you can finish it off.
Okay.
So we're down the White Horse, and we're let's say we've had a pint.
It was at Silverstone.
It was a Christmas do, wasn't it?
Yeah, Christmas do.
Yeah.
We'd all had a few drinks, so we weren't pissed or anything.
No.
Yeah, that's right. And we were down where, did you say? Was it?
It was the White Horse.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was the White Horse. No, I'm going to go out. Are you going to be all right, Paul? Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
So remember at the time, I was selling blue lights, wasn't I? Remember those blue, bright blue flashing lights?
So royal,
Photon microlights, they were called. So entrepreneurial in me. I was selling these blue flashing lights. Yeah. So anyway, you go into the car park. I'm like, here, Steph, let's go and get him in one of those blue lights.
Yes.
So we came down. And so we're coming on the A43, so we're following you. So it's me and Steph behind, and you're in your old 205, Barfie's old 205 diesel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so we got alongside. Well, actually, I can't remember.
No, before that, you started flashing the blue light behind me, and I went, "Oh, I've been drinking. I know a lot, but I've been drinking." and then it'd go off, and then it'd come on again. I thought this doesn't look good. So. And then, of course, you left the blue lights on, and I stopped, didn't I?
Well, because it got darker as you go out of out of Silverstone.
Yeah.
The street lights went away, and so it got darker.
Right,
and then we were like, not having this. He's not pulling over. You were slowing down.
Yes.
But you weren't pulling over, so we got right alongside you. Flash.
Yeah.
But the best bit was you didn't even look across. You didn't look across to see whether it was you were just like this.
Yeah.
And then the window came down a little bit.
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
And then just after the speed camera.
I thought this, I had it.
So we're flashing the lights.
Yeah.
You pull over to it was a lay-by, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And we got out. We are laughing so much.
Yeah.
We're laughing. So remember, I used to sell those little BB guns. So we're laughing so much. So I'm driving. Steph gets out. Steph's laughing so much he falls on the floor because he can't control his legs. He's laughing so much.
That's right.
So he falls on the floor. I get out, get my BB gun, which is in the glove box, poke it in through the window, which was half down.
That's right.
And you step out of the car, please.
You did. I said, and I let out a stream of language, didn't I? I mean, I don't swear normally, but
you said to me when I started the podcast, and this may need bleeping. You'll like this one. So you sent me a voicemail, which we then played.
Oh, yes.
Hello, you fuck. I'm going to get you for that. You bastard, you bloody you. I'm going to get you. I was absolutely scared. You fucked the absolute life out of me. You bastard. I'm going to get you tomorrow.
I never swear. I never ever swear. Yeah, I don't
might have to bleep that a little bit.
Yeah, I think you will actually, but yeah. I mean, I just don't. Funny. I never have sworn. I don't mix with people who swear.
It must have rattled you though that night.
I was scared. I thought I thought the police, and I've had it, and what you remember then? We went into work the next day.
Yes.
In Swinnerton.
We played it on the tannoy.
Yeah. He brought it and played it in front of her. There's a lot of instructors there.
It was like 50, 100 instructors.
Yeah.
It must have been, I tell you what, I wasn't a Christmas party. It must have been like a Swan National Day. It would have been like, it was like the lease car event. Because that was so many instructors on that event.
That's right, yeah.
Get out on the tannoy.
Yeah. Yeah, he played in front of all the instructors and everybody started roaring with laughter. I was so embarrassed.
No swearing!
Yeah.